The National Weather Service says that the tornado was on the ground for 50 minutes. The path of destruction is now estimated at 17 miles long and nearly a mile and a half wide. Troy Roberts of 48 Hours spoke with a team of storm spotters who followed it as it bore down on more. Troy?
Scott, the storm chasers that we met today are a unique breed, equally devoted to thrill-seeking and science.
I've never heard roar like that before.
When the tornado sirens ring, residents are told to take cover.
I know, hold on, it's going to our north.
But these three young recent college graduates, Kevin Rolffs, Colt Forney, and Lauren Hill, do just the opposite. They run towards the danger.
You said you were like a quarter of a mile away from it.
We were between a quarter and a half, somewhere in that distance. There's a whole roof that just came off.
And that's where they were yesterday, when the devastating tornado plowed through Moore, Oklahoma.
You guys chase tornadoes.
We do,
Yeah.
and most of the time it's beautiful, and you're just kind of watching Mother Nature out there in beautiful sculpted supercells.
And their cameras have captured striking images like these. Wind fanning waves of wheat.
We're gonna punch through it here.
White dust against a bright blue sky. But this time was different.
It's one of those times you want the tornado to just completely stop. You don't want to see it anymore, and it keeps going and getting bigger.
The trio are part of base hunters chasing, tracking Mother Nature's fury with their laptop, radar, and iPhones.
We have that GPS overlaid with radar, so we can see our exact position with respect to where the storm is on radar.
And putting the videos up on YouTube. Kevin, Colt, and Lauren estimate that they've captured close to 100 twisters. For the chasers, it's not just about adrenaline, it's about science. Colt and Kevin majored in meteorology.
Do your parents know you guys chase tornadoes?
They do.
They do. And it was actually, cell service was really bad, but we were able to get like a text out like, we're okay. That our parents are probably freaking out.
But not Lauren Hill's father. He's a storm chaser too, and together with his daughter has written an ebook about tornadoes. But there's nothing in a book that prepared her for this.
People actually came out of the rubble, and thankfully it was a daycare center, and all of the kids were accounted for. It's hard. It's an experience we'll never forget. It makes you take a step back and realize the dark side of it.
No one knows that better than Dan Halliburton from the Red Cross, whose job it is to help people that have lost everything.
How great is the need here?
Well, it is a great need. They've been tested, but there's a lot of need here. You know, this will impact the community for many, many years to come. We walk the street, really, literally house to house, so that people, you know, and just say, you know, hey, how you doing? And a lot of times it's just listening. You know, I think any of us are good at that. We don't really necessarily need to be trained, but just lending an ear when somebody's, you know, hurting and just telling their story. They want to talk about their survival and their family and their friends.
All right, do that break.
And that resilience is what the storm helpers and storm chasers will remember long after the storms have passed.
It's from an elementary school, and you know, ironically or tragically, it's talking about courage you face and then something endangers. It's so poignant right there with the debris on it, and it's heart-wrenching. Like I don't even, there really are no words.
The storm chasers are now headed to northern Texas, Scott, where the forecast calls for severe storms and potential video opportunities.
Well, Troy, that's one way to make a living. Have any of the storm chasers been injured?
There are a lot of close calls, but fortunately none of them were injured. But in the community, there are plenty of stories where people did not live to tell the tale.
Troy, thanks very much.